Greetings everyone, this is Kiwi here, and this is my packing list for my attempted through hike of the Appalachian Trail, probably starting early February. Total pack weight's going to be around 35 pounds, which I know most people are going to immediately say is way too heavy, but I made it a point not to buy super expensive ultralight gear and to use a lot of stuff which I already had, and just to see if I can do it without spending thousands of dollars. There's some things I bought that I'm probably not going to end up taking as I've gone through it more, but I don't think, from what I am taking, I don't think I spent more than $700 total. So anyway, without further ado, my pack is a Mountaintop Adventure 75 liter. I know most people are going with smaller packs, but I don't have really expensive lightweight gear that crushes down into almost nothing, so I needed the extra room. The pack weighs about 4 pounds, which to me is totally doable. I did buy a 3-person nature hike tent. Why did I get a 3-person? Well, I wasn't going to buy 2 tents. I wasn't going to buy a tent to hike the Appalachian Trail and then another one where my wife and I can go camping for the weekend. So this way we get one tent that'll pull double duty. And again, it's a 3-person tent. It's not Big Agnes. It's certainly not Z-Packs. This thing weighs about 5 pounds, a little over 5 pounds with the footprint. The other reason I went with a 3-person, because as we all know, a 3-person is really a 2-person, a 2-person is really a 1-person. And a 1-person is, well, you and all your stuff's outside pretty much. So because the weather is so unpredictable and I like to keep my gear as clean as possible, I went with a 3-person, and every single thing can easily fit inside the tent with me, out of the elements. I'll probably leave my shoes in the vestibule area because I'm sure they'll be disgusting. But there's plenty of room for me and all my gear, and it was something that was important to me to not have my gear sitting outside in the elements. I really like the tent. The vestibule area is not super generous. I think they listed as about 24 inches, but you know, with the slope, there's enough room to comfortably put your shoes outside. But I wouldn't be trying to fit my pack in that vestibule area. So again, I chose a bigger tent so that my gear could be inside with me. I bought a military sleep system, MSS, and that consists of the green summer bag, which is good to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, the black winter bag, which is a 0-degree bag with extra padding in the footwell. Both bags are hooded, they're both mummy style. It also came with a Gore-Tex bivvy, and I think I paid about a shade under $200 for the 3-piece system. Because I'm leaving early, and although I'm not trying to count ounces, I went with the 30-degree bag over the 0-degree bag, because even with the 30-degree bag and this fleece blanket, which I'm using as a liner, it still came in at a pound less than just the 0-degree bag. So I've used the tent and the bag out in 15-degree weather already, and I'm stepping on the cat's mice here. I'm not taking the mouse with me. I've used the tent and the sleeping bag with the fleece liner in 15-degree weather, and it was absolutely fine. I feel totally comfortable that it'll go down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit with no problem. Now, the bag weighs a little over 2 pounds. The fleece blanket weighs about 1 pound. And yes, again, this isn't lightweight gear, but it's really, really effective. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, as the temperatures increase, I may, just send the fleece blanket home and just use the bag. But I like the idea of having a liner. When it was really cold outside, it was really nice to have that fleece blanket around you. Made all the difference in the world. Plus, it's easy to clean than constantly washing the sleeping bag. Sleeping pad. I went with a Climate Static V Recon. It's a full length. I think it's R value of 1.3. Let's see here. Yeah, 1.3. I haven't been cold on it. I don't think I really need more than that. I sleep fairly warm anyway. So, like I said, I've been testing these things out in cold weather, and I've been totally comfortable. So that's the big three right there. I'm in two minds whether to keep taking the base layer here. I brought this primarily for sleeping in. Again, just to cut down on the amount of dirt and sweat and everything that would get into this. But I think I may end up leaving the silks here, the top and the bottom. The top's a long sleeve, and just use my town clothes to sleep in, which is a pair of long pants and a thin cotton t-shirt. So we'll see. I'm still making up my mind on that one. I have some neck issues, so I did buy a little pillow. And this Nature Hike again. This is identical to a Cedar Summit sort of kidney-shaped pillow. When I compared them photo for photo, they're identical. But this was like a third of the price of that. Very happy with it. No leaks, really comfortable. Certainly beats trying to make a pillow out of rolled up puffy jackets, which I tried. And like I say, I've got a little bit of nerve damage on my neck, so this is a lot more comfortable. Fleecy beanie, earplugs. I intend to be sleeping primarily in my tent almost all the time. I really don't want to be in the shelters. I don't want to be around people snoring, and I'm sure people don't want to be around me snoring. I don't snore all the time, but yeah, I know what it's like for me, and I don't want to put other people through that either. But I prefer sleeping in my own tent, and again, that's why I got a bigger tent so that I would always be comfortable in it. These are merino wool socks that I got from Costco. These are purely just my sleeping socks. I won't be using those at all while I'm hiking, so keep them clean as much as possible. And I wore those in 15-degree weather, and my feet were totally toasty and comfortable, so pretty happy with those. Taking 2 water bottles. I know everybody's using smart water bottles, but I don't feel comfortable refilling a plastic bottle that's not designed to be refilled. So I'm taking these 2 bottles. What are they? Well, they weigh about 6 ounces each. What I like about them is they close down, push button operation, and has a lock. So there's no way that's leaking. And what else? I am taking this cut off. Was it a Bay bottle for scooping up water? These bottles are just a smidgen wide, to fit inside this, which is a bit of a drag, but they also have carabiner tops here, so I can hook these onto the front of my pack on my arm straps, shoulder straps, so it's always readily available. I was going to take a water bladder hydration unit, but it was kind of a hassle getting in and out of the bag, and it wasn't light. It was about another 10 or 12 ounces, I think, for the bladder. I like having the drinking tube available all the time while I'm hiking, but I can achieve the same thing by having the bottle carabined to the shoulder strap. Actually, one of these bottles is probably, I know I'm probably TMI here, but one of these bottles is going to do duty as it's 2 o'clock in the morning, it's raining outside, and I got a pee bottle. Which is another reason I got it, because I like the fact that it locks, and I don't want a bottle of urine spilling out into my tent if it decided to fall over and open up. Yeah, I really don't like getting out of bed 2 o'clock in the morning camping, going out, finding a place to pee, and then coming back in. I would rather just be able to kneel in my comfortable tent and take care of business, and just empty it out in the morning. This is I think it's just an Energizer brand headlamp. Yeah, I think it's about 250 lumens. It's bright, really bright, and if I end up getting into camp late, or if I do decide to do any night hiking, this is bright as hell. So if you're going to get a headlamp, get one that actually does the job. You don't want really weak lighting when you're hiking at night. So, and this was cheap. This is like $14, $15, I think, at Walmart, and it's comfortable. Totally good enough. My little Swiss Army knife, basic, only weighs, I think it was about 4 or 5 ounces maybe. I'm in two minds on my multi-tool. I like the idea of having it. I like the idea of having some pliers, because I'm not taking tweezers. So, and it's got a couple of other attachments that the knife doesn't have. And it's got another little backup LED light in there too. So, and again, this doesn't weigh much, it's like 3-4 ounces tops. So I probably will end up just taking it. This is a handy little thermometer and compass. I like to know what my real temperature is, not just by what's on the phone. And never hurts to have a little compass. They're in this thing weighs like 2 ounces. I think it's very light. But yeah, I like to know what the temperature is, absolutely locally. This is a little watch that my wife got me, electroluminescent. It's made by Dakota, I think. Yeah, Dakota. It's great. When you put the light on at night, it's bright. This also carabiners onto the pack, so it's just something I don't have to have on my wrist, and it's kind of like an upside down one, so you just hanging down, you just flip it up and look at the time, and I thought it was kind of groovy. So, and again, it's not heavy. It's about 3-4 ounces. I am taking a trowel. Don't laugh. I like to be able to dig a hole properly if I'm taking a shit in the woods. So. And also, you don't want to assume that you've just got nice, soft, regular dirt wherever you're going to be, and wherever the mood strikes. You've got to take care of business there. So it's nice to have something that's actually designed for digging, instead of like just trying to use a rock or your trekking poles or whatever. I got the Sawyer squeeze with 2 bags and the syringe. Yeah, I know that you can just buy a smart water bottle and use that to back flush it, but I also, when I read up on it, it doesn't do anywhere near the job that using the syringe does, and the syringe weighs about an ounce or so, so who cares? Baby wipes, Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. Why am I taking soap? Well, part of the reason is this. This is a little hand basin. This only weighs like 3 ounces. And I've already used it. I did a sweaty hike. It was about 15 miles, I guess. Got back to the house. I had my tent set up, so I was practicing just, living in the tent for a day. And fill this up with water, squeeze some soap in there, use my microfiber cloth, and I was able to give myself a really decent clean, to be honest. I don't like being dirty in my sleeping gear. And I think it's just good for morale too, to not be so, hey kitty, to not be so clammy and dirty all the time. This can hold up to, I think it's 8 liters when you fold it out. I really liked it. Let's see if I can get it out one-handed here. Probably not. So it just, it just folds up. It's got carry handles, so you just fill it up with water and carry it back. I was able to do my whole body, wash my face first, then my body, and then, your privates, and then finish off with your feet. You could also put hot water in this. I think it was up to 90 degrees Celsius, which I forget what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's hot enough. I mean, you wouldn't just put straight hot water in, but you can certainly gather some water, and in the wintertime, add some hot water from your cook system, and you're out in the woods in the cold, and you can have a warm sort of sponge bath. So to me, it's worth it. A little bit of a luxury item, I guess, but I like to be clean, or as clean as possible. Toothbrush, regular toothbrush. No, I'm not cutting my goddamn toothbrush in half. Hand sanitizer, lippy, a good amount of floss, some baby powder for the chafing. I actually, I only had a little bit left on this, so I emptied it out, and I got the extra heavy-duty Gold Bond. It's got more camphor, menthol, whatever the hell in it. It comes in the green bottle. And I tried both. I used this the first time I did some practice hikes, and I used the green. And the green, I felt, definitely worked better. So I emptied this out and just walked through my stuff. And so yeah, this will help with the chafing. My inner thighs do chafe, as well as the gluteal cleft, I guess, which is really uncomfortable. And day in, day out, that kind of chafing drama I can do without. I got an extra set of earplugs, just in case. These are just standard foam ones. They're a little more comfortable, to be honest, than these. But these are baffled, and they really cut out the noise, big time. So I like these. So, but if anything happened to them, or if I lost them, I've got a backup here. Again, microfiber cloth just for cleaning and bathing, or mopping up water in the tent if I get some in there. Wet weather gear. This is about a $9 poncho from Walmart. I did buy a rain jacket and rain pants, and then I was like, it's going to be kind of a hassle with the pants. And honestly, when it's wet and you're cold, I don't really care if my legs are wet so much. This comes down to, I don't know, about just below my knee. I'm about 5'8", well, 5'8 and a half, 5'9 with a good hair day. But this'll do the job, I think. Plus, the benefit of the poncho is I can put it over my pack and stop the water from getting down in between my back and the pack. It's my little groovy cook system here. I just got a bandana around my gas canister just to cut down on scratches and abrasions on the pot. The pots are aluminium, or aluminum, as you say in America. But everything fits. The stove fits in here with the cap on, which is the cup, and that's the pot. And they all fit inside this handy little mesh bag, so everything's together, everything's tight. I've used it, it's great. I'd never seen these things before. And let's see if we get this to focus. And these are amazing. I mean, this whole thing just folds out, and it's a little cook stove. It just screws onto the gas canister, and it's piezo ignition. I've got backup matches and a lighter if I need it, but I've used this thing a few times already, and yeah, starts first time every time. So, and it's really powerful. 2 cups of water boils in less than 3 minutes. So I plan to only be using this in the evenings, and probably not every evening. I like the idea of having some hot ramen noodles at the end of the day when it's cold. I mean, I am setting out in early February. But as the temperatures get hotter, I don't think I'll really feel the need for hot food at the end of the day. So I'll probably send that home with some other sort of more winter targeted stuff. So, but no, I've used it. It's great. Love it. Plastic fork, spoon. It's got a little serrated thing here for a knife. I don't think you'd really use it, but I'm taking 2 just in case one breaks, and they weigh nothing. I'm taking a long handle spatula for cleaning this out. I've used it already. It works great. I like having the long handle so that my hands aren't in there. I don't really need any cross-contamination issues out on the trail. So I used it all. It works. I like it. Taking it. Have a wide-brimmed hat with a chin strap, and it's all vented. Let's just keep the sun off my face and the back of my neck. I wouldn't take a baseball cap. I like to have full sun protection on my face. I have a little bug net, which is fine enough for no-see-ums as well. It weighs nothing. I may not even end up using it, but I detest the sound of mosquitoes in my ears and around my face. So if we get to a part further along the trail when the mosquitoes are out, I will put that on, and I will not have to be running through the woods losing my mind. All right, town clothes. Long pants. They're like some somewhat stretchy travel pants. I got these at Costco for like $14. They are light. They're very, very comfortable. They don't zip off. I like the idea of the zip-off pants, but these are cheaper. And primarily these will be town clothes anyway. I don't intend to hike in them. And again, they'll be my sleep gear along with this t-shirt if I end up sending or not even taking the silks. So we'll see. My silk system's really warm, so I'm pretty comfortable that these will suffice for sleeping in. Some old army PT shorts for hiking, or I may actually just have these dedicated for sleeping in as the temperatures get warmer. A couple of pairs of underwear. I'm going to be hiking in the beginning in some lightweight summer athletic tights. I don't have them out because they're in the wash at the moment, but I can wear the tights without underwear, and it's been totally comfortable. I've worn these just normal athletic shorts. They've got kind of a mesh inner, and I've hiked in those Commando as well, and it's still comfortable, but I like the option of having the underwear to cut down on chafing, especially on the inner thighs. Short sleeve wickable shirt, some gloves for hiking early in the morning when it's cold, some thinner, lighter weight merino wool socks, 2 more pairs of the Costco merino wool socks. These will be what I hike in during the day, and as the temperatures get hotter, I'll bring these into the fray as well. And again, I can wash these easily, as well as that, and these in my wash basin. So again, I think for 3 ounces, it's worth giving it a go. I don't want to be staying in hostels. I'm 47, so the idea of being sort of trapped in a hostel with a bunch of younger people who are in the mood to sort of drink and have a good time or just be loud doesn't really appeal to me. I'm going on the Appalachian Trail to be out in nature and to have some peace and quiet. So, yeah. I really like these shoes. These are Solomon. What are these? The XA Pro 3D mountain trail shoes. The trail runners. They're not Gore-Tex ones. I don't know if I would really class these as a running shoe. They're a little heavier. They're about 2 pounds. But my feet feel really stable in them. I've rolled my ankle during my military service, and so my right ankle's weaker and looser than it used to be. And I've had absolutely no issues with these. On my practice hikes, my feet have felt fine. My ankle's been stable. I've already clocked up about 100 or so miles in these shoes, so I'm not doing any more practice hikes before I go. I mean, I'll go walking in like just running shoes, just to get out and about, but I'm not going to clock up any more miles on these. These were about 125, I think, on Amazon. And then about a month after I bought them, they went on sale to 90. So I bought a second pair to have them shipped to me when the time comes that these are worn out. Hey, kitty. Yeah. Yeah, so these, I wear a 10.5. I got these in 11.5. And because I know my feet are going to swell, and just doing the practice hikes, my feet swelled, and these are totally fine. I haven't had any blisters, no hot spots, no nothing. So the backup pair that I got, they're actually 12s, because I expect that my feet are going to be even more swollen and sort of flattening out and spreading out by the time that I need to change these out. So I wear a 10.5, these are 11.5s, and I've got 12s as a backup. I'm not taking the kitty. Bandana, I love having a bandana. Keeps the sweat out of your eyes. It's good for wiping up any water in the tent as well if you need to, or even cleaning out your cooking pot. So I've got that blue one, and then I've got the white one in the pot. So they weigh nothing, and they don't take up any room. So I like to have some options. Some comfortable sunglasses. These are just some cheapies from Walmart, but they're really comfortable. They're rubberized on the arms. They sit well on my head. And I'm not taking expensive sunglasses on this hike, but I've hiked in these, and they don't give me any weird pressure points on my temples or anything like that, and they keep the sun out from all angles from my eyes, so they do the job. This little baggie with the rubber tips to my hiking poles, and a pen and a Sharpie. I'm taking some reading glasses because if I need to read some fine print or anything else, yeah, I'm man enough to admit that I need these now, so I do have to take those. I've got an 8,000 milliamp hour battery pack. Is it IHCC or something? IXCC. They say this is good for 3 charges of a regular smartphone. I'm filming this with my HTC One M8, and obviously, I'll be taking this with me as well. But I get just under 2 charges, so I think a lot of these battery packs kind of fudge the numbers of what they can really achieve. Now I drained my phone down to 0, and to make sure I could get an accurate depiction of what this thing will charge. So with my phone down to 0, I got about, let's say, 1 3/4 charges out of it. I don't intend to be doing an extraordinary amount of filming per se on the trail, because in order to do that means you got to upload it. In order to upload it, you got to be staying in a motel or something like that. I want to spend as much time in my tent and just be knocking it out as much as possible. So yeah, it should suffice, especially with the phone on airplane mode. 2 USB port charger, plugs into wall outlet or a car. Not that I'm going to need that, but I got 2 so that obviously I can charge my... Yeah, I know. So I can charge my battery and my phone at the same time. Charging cables for it and headphones. That's about it. These are some things that I'm still deciding on. These are, for all intents and purposes, ski gloves, but they're waterproof. And I like the idea of having some waterproof gloves, because I am setting out early, and I don't like having freezing cold hands. I don't think anybody does. So. And the other thing is this handy stool. It's only a little stool. It's really cute. It folds up into about the size of a small telescoping umbrella, and it fits in this bag. Why did I get this? I split my pelvis a while back, and it's not terribly comfortable for me to sit on hard surfaces anymore, so I got this to take on the trail, and it's only little, but it's surprisingly comfortable, and it distributes my my weight better through the pressure points on my pelvis. So it only weighs about 12 ounces with the bag. I don't know. I may tough it out, and if I need it, I can just get it sent to me. But it is a great little chair, and it can hold up to 300 pounds. But yeah. And my food bag. This thing doubles as like a little, you could almost call it like a little emergency backpack. I may end up trying to shorten those straps. They're all adjustable anyway, and use it as a chest pack to have the stuff that I would like to have easily accessible in front of me during the day. Primarily food, med kit, multi-tool, my phone, stuff like that. I don't know, I'm in 2 minds about this. But that's everything. It's not like I have a ton of stuff compared to, some other videos I've seen out there. But none of it's super lightweight. So that's why I'm at about 36 pounds with food and water. Yeah. Hey everyone, Kiwi here. Just including some things that were getting washed, and I didn't have them available when I started filming earlier. Obviously, you're not going out on the AT early on in the season without a puffy jacket. I can't bring myself to pay Patagonia prices or any other super brand name, high-end outdoor gear. So I got this perfectly good, super comfortable, light. I think it's like 90% down, 10% feather. Jacket on Amazon, I think it's like $36. I I can't pay $200 plus for a down jacket. It's just not going to happen. I've worn this. It's really comfortable. It's very, very warm. Packs up into its own little bag. It's about the size of a decent burrito when it's all bundled up, and it gets the job done. Have a waffle weave, sort of fleecy jacket. I like having the zipper here. I can put a phone in there or a snack or whatever. It's got drawstrings in the interior pockets. Hey. And you can cinch it down to your waist, stop any cold air sort of drafting through there. Really comfortable and warm. I've worn the jacket with the summer running tights and the blue long sleeve shirt in I don't know, low 20s to mid 20s on a couple of practice hikes, and along with these are basically just running gloves. I was totally comfortable. I was actually, with the pack on, I was starting to perspire there. I had to unzip the jacket, but yeah, surprisingly warm, and I don't think I need really anything else. Trekking poles. These are high-trek trekking poles with the clamps rather than the twist locks. The clamps are just, I think they're just going to hold better. I don't like the idea of having to dick around twisting stuff to get it the length you want, and then hoping that while you're using them, it doesn't sort of untwist to any degree. I've never used trekking poles before. I've never really felt the need. But with the amount of varying terrain that's on the Appalachian Trail, I thought, why not? I've got a dodgy right ankle, so anything that gives me some more stability is a good thing. They do really help. I can't deny it. They really do help when you're walking downhill, especially over really uneven terrain. Even going uphill, the ability to shift your forward momentum partially to your arms really does take a lot of the work off your glutes and your legs. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. They weren't expensive, about $30. AWOL's 2016 AT Guide. Yeah, great book. Great book. I don't see myself tearing pages out of it as I go along, like a lot of people do to save weight. It just seems rather bizarre to me. At the end of things, if I haven't really made notations on it, I'll give it to Goodwill and somebody else can utilize it. I did kind of forget to go over my med kit. It's only a little one. Most of the bulk is made up with vitamin I, ibuprofen, regular strength, and some 800 milligram strength, which anybody who's been in the army or any of the other branches knows will cure everything from muscle aches to broken bones and cancer. So I've got some antiseptic wipes, sort of insect sting wipes, some Band-Aids, a couple of different sizes of those. There's not a lot of Band-Aids in there. I haven't had any blisters, knock on wood, with my hiking shoes so far, and I've already put over 100 miles on them. So what else do I have in there? I've got a little bit of moleskin in there. I'm probably going to add some athletic tape. I think the athletic tape's gonna hold better, especially when your feet are wet. On the back in a little baggie, I've got an emergency blanket. It weighs nothing, and God forbid that some sort of freakish storm comes through and I find myself in a little bit of trouble, or if I come across somebody else who's in a little bit of trouble, at least I've got that to wrap myself or somebody else in and get their body temperature back to normal. Hypothermia is no joke. What else have we got here? We got some. My wife got me some tenacious tape, so I'm gonna take this instead of duct tape. This will apparently fix tents, clothing, even footwear. So it weighs nothing. It's really thin. Obviously, I'm not going to take the box, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's transparent too, which I think is a little nicer than seeing your gear covered in duct tape. But nothing against duct tape. I love duct tape, but I think having something clear is quite nice. This, I'm probably going to take this. This is a really thoughtful gift from some friends of ours. This is a hand crank USB charger. So I know that from when I did some practice camping and down to 15 degrees, your battery just dies. I mean, it dies really fast. I mean, yeah, you should be sort of keeping these things in your sleeping bag, but none of us are perfect, and at times you're going to forget. So this has a little hand crank handle, and you rotate it around. You do that for about a minute, and you get enough charge on your phone for 3 minutes call time. So in the off chance that my phone dies and for some reason my battery pack drains itself, which can happen. This is an absolute go-to and guaranteed to get a phone call out, if an emergency sort of came up and you're in the middle of nowhere. So, and it weighs, I think, 2.3 ounces or something. So, yeah, that was a really thoughtful gift. I'm going to take it. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And, yeah, I've already tried it. I drained my phone down to nothing and cranked this thing up while it was attached to it, and it attaches via any standard USB cable. And yeah, cranked it for a minute, and I was absolutely able to turn my phone on and make a phone call. So yeah, very, very thoughtful gift, and certainly good in an emergency.